Welcome to this new tutorial. Today we are going to see how to protect our worksheet. When we work on an Excel workbook, it's possible that in the course of working we have to put some functions which are very crucial and very important to us, and maybe we do not want people to have access to these functions, or maybe enter in our workbook and, for example, delete our functions, because if they delete the functions, the program will completely malfunction. So in this tutorial we're going to be seeing how we can protect our workbook such that, or our worksheets, such that someone will not be able to edit our functions or be able to change or even view our functions in the worksheet. So how do we go about that? First thing we'll have to do, okay, first of all, I have many worksheets. And in each of these worksheets there are lots of functions inside. So I'll get, for example, to this worksheet. What I need to do is that I need to activate protections and also put password. So the very first thing I do is that I select the whole worksheet or the whole workspace. I can either come at this end, select like this, or I stand anywhere, I take Ctrl+A to select everything. So when I select everything, I make a right click anywhere and I go to format cells. As I take format cells, I go to protection, and it might be locked, so I unlock. So if lock is ticked, I'll untick locked. So I'll first of all unlock all cells. I'll first of all unlock all cells, so I take OK. So presently all cells are unlocked. So the next thing I'm going to do is now to lock only cells that contain functions. How do I go about that? So in a worksheet there can be lots of cells that contain functions. You might even forget some other areas that contain functions. So how do I then do to automatically select all the cells that contain functions? I will go to find, and I go to find, and I'll take formulas. So you see, when I take formulas, it selects every single cell in my worksheet that contain functions. So I go right click on any of them, take format cells, and then I lock them. What am I doing? I have locked cells that contain functions, but before that I had to unlock all the cells, because by default in a worksheet all the cells are locked. So I first of all unlock all of them, then I lock only cells that contain function. But guess what? One can still get to a cell. As you can see, we can still see the function which is inside. And if I double click in the cell, you see I still have the possibility to edit the function. It means somebody can mistakenly even delete the function you must have entered in your worksheet, which is still very critical. So unlocking and locking it is not complete. We need now to protect it with an encrypted password. So how do I go about it? I will go at the level of review, on the review tab, and I go to protect worksheet. As I get to protect worksheet, they say protect worksheet and the content or locked cells. So here is password to on protect sheet. So I can put a password. So this password allows all users of this worksheet to 1. Select unlock cells, 2. Format cells, format columns, and so on. So there are lots of options. So here I'm going to say allow all users of this worksheet to, you might have these two options selected. I'll unselect locked cells and allow select unlock cells. So what does it mean? If we say allow all users of this worksheet to select unlock cells, it's indirectly saying that we are allowing all users of this worksheet to select all other cells than those that which have functions, because at the beginning we made all other cells to be unlocked and locked only cells that contain functions. It definitely means that if we allow users to select unlocked cells, it means users will not be able to select locked cells, which is actually what we want to do. If there is any password to enter, I can put a password there, and I take OK, then confirm the password, and I take OK. So you can see here all cells that are unlocked, I can select them. When I get to a cell that is locked like this, see, when I try clicking on this cell, this cell, these cells contain functions, and henceforth I cannot click on them again, nor even see the function that is inside. So you can see all these functions are now locked, and no one can have access to it until he comes to view, click on protect worksheet, and they enters the password. If the person enters the wrong password, like I'm going to put the wrong password, they will say no, this password, the password you supplied is not correct. As a result, it will not be able to unlock those cells. So if you want to unlock it, you get there and you put the right password and you take OK, then it will be unlocked. You want to protect it, you put the password and you confirm the password, and then you take OK. So that is it. So that's what you're going to do in all the other worksheets. When you get to this other worksheet, you do same thing. You select all the cells. I'll select everything. I'll right click anywhere, take format cells, go to protection, untick lock cells, click OK, Then go back to home, go to find and select, take formulas. All the cells that contain formulas will then be selected, and from there I right click on it and I take format cells, then I lock them, I take OK, I go to review, I take protect sheet, I unselect, select lock cells and only select unlock cells, put a password 1234 for example, and I take OK, repeat the password, and the worksheet is protected. No one else can see your functions you entered inside, and it makes it much more easier for you to send your worksheet might be somewhere so the person can use it without forcibly editing functions you had earlier entered in it. So we are just going to add some little efficiency. Already all my worksheets, when I create the program, all my worksheets, I remove the grid line. So if I have, for example, a worksheet that still have grid lines, let me just check. So if I create a new worksheet, you see worksheets come like this with lines, with the lines separating cells from columns and rows. So what I usually do is that I untick grid lines so that the cells will, the worksheet will not show the grid lines again. So that's what I've already done everywhere. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make in such a way that this Excel worksheet will not actually look like an Excel worksheet by removing all the menus. How do I remove these menus? I only remove these menus when I am done with everything. I'm done editing everything and my program is ready to run. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove, for example, the headers. In this ABCs 1, 2, 3, I can remove them. I just need to come to view and I say formula bar. I can remove the formula bar. I can remove the header, and you can see it's much more nice to look, or it's kind of gradually moving away from Excel presentation. So all I will have to do is to do the same thing in all the other worksheets. Actually, I can select multiple worksheets. If I want to remove the headers in all the worksheets at the same time, I can select maybe one worksheet. I take shift, then I select right up to the last worksheet, and all of them are selected. From there, I can come and remove headers and remove grid lines, remove formula bar in each of them. In this way, this is how it is. So I can now select another worksheet that was not selected and everything is fine. That was to apply changes. If you want to apply changes in multiple worksheets at the same time, you just select one, then you take shift and select the other one, or you select one, you take the control key and select the other one you want to select at the same time, and all of them will be selected. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to make in such a way that this ribbon should not be visible again. So I can just come at the top here and take the collapse the ribbon arrow. I click on it and you'll see the ribbon will be collapsed, and henceforth when I click on home before, the ribbon will show. Now if I don't want to see the other buttons again, the other menus, I can just right click on any menu and I take customize the ribbon. As I take customize the ribbon, I can, these are the main tabs that are on the ribbon. So from there I will I'll untick the different tabs that I don't want to see. For example, I'll untick them so that it should not be visible again. Let me just allow home and see. So you can see now everything, all the tabs are no more there, and here I have my buttons to navigate from one sheet to another. If I don't want to see all these names of sheets by the side, I can come at the angle here just after the navigation bar for left and right. There are 3 dots by the side there. I can use it and drag it this way, so nobody will actually see that there are actually some worksheets there. And if I want to get to another worksheet, I can then use my menu bar. So if you do not see how to create a menu bar, you can get to our previous video. We're going to drop the link in the description, and you can see how we created a menu bar like this one, which can permit us to navigate to different worksheets in our workbook. So that is in a nutshell what you can do when you are done creating your program, so that it can look much more prettier and less risky for people might be to change your functions, to change the formulas you've entered in your respective cells. So get to you in our next tutorial.